Hey, everyone. Welcome. Hey, go-getters. Let me get my screen set up here. Okay. We are live. If you are live with me now, I would love for you to put in the comments if you can hear me, see me, all the good stuff. Let me make sure I can also see your comments. Okay, so hi everyone, and welcome to today's live stream. If you couldn't make it live, please know that we welcome the replay viewers here and consider it a safe space. So if you are watching us on the replay, just feel free to go ahead and hit or actually type in the chat #replay, and we've got you. We'll reply to your comments and make sure we follow up with anything that's necessary. If you're here with me live, I'd like to tell you welcome as well. Consider this like a fireside chat. You'll hear me say that often because I want it to feel like a safe space where we're learning and growing together. So it's a great time to be here today. We're going to be chatting about all these super and wonderful things about small business owners like us who can use marketing automation. And we'll be discussing what marketing automation actually is and the best ways for you to use it to grow. So now that I have a small business, you're a small business owner, you're probably wearing like millions of hats and trying to do everything yourself. So let me tell you that marketing automation is your secret weapon for streamlining your marketing efforts and feeling like you're freeing up some of that much needed time. So some of the things we're going to get into today is like, what even is marketing automation? And really simply put, it's using technology to automate repetitive tasks in your marketing strategy. And what do we talk about this buzzword of like focusing on the bigger picture? And I really want you to kind of take away today too that it's like having a virtual assistant that takes care of those nitty gritty stuff for you. So I don't want us to get too hot and heavy before, we kind of introduce ourselves. So before we go into full gear, I'd really love if you're here with me live to introduce yourself in the comments. If you are tuning in afterwards, as I said earlier, feel free to type in the chat #replay and also share where you're tuning in from today. And then I'll also do a little introduction about myself. I'm Tanisha Halstead, the founder of Virtually Centered Solutions, and I'm actually streaming live to you from Middlesex, New Jersey. I like to consider myself your real life Jamaican. I was born in Jamaica, but raised here in the States. And at the time of this video, I'm a single mom of 2 teenage boys. Talk about, that feeling like an Uber driver, but it's for free, y'all. So shuffling them from one sport to another activity to another thing. I almost say sometimes it's the ghetto, but it's really for the love of the boys. And here's really how I help people just like you. I'm a CRM and automation consultant. I'm also a Keep certified partner. And you may have heard of Keep before. It was formerly Infusionsoft. Keep is really a leading small business CRM and automation platform. And some of the things that puts it as a leader is that it offers email marketing, sales platform, and it's really for small businesses, including ways for them to manage their customers, their marketing, and even e-commerce. Their superpower really is built around exclusively helping small business owners, and you guessed it, save time and grow without chaos. How my passion actually intertwines is that I have a passion for teaching you, the small business owner, how automation As techy it can sound sometimes, can be simple, but really that blend creates that consistent people centric connection or that human feeling that I think most of us, even in the online space, still crave. So think of less overwhelming your day and a way to have a scalable business. So that's just a little tidbit about me and even why you should be listening to me in regards to the topic that we're talking about today about marketing automation. So as we dive in, I also want to let you know, little housekeeping. We are actually partnering with another group to host a learning series called Bridging the Gap. And that's going to be on April 19th. So, in that, I will actually be discussing automation gaps. And if you are tired of wishing for more time, just a better workflow, you can learn and take away some actionable steps to be sure to move the needle in that area. So I am actually going to pop that up on the chat, or actually I should say pop that up on the screen. So it's on April 19th. And this again is where I'll be discussing automation gaps and how you can move the needle with implementing your automation. And from these sessions, you can go to this link, the bit.ly BTG ticket link, and I'm actually going to drop it in the chat and below this video once we're done recording. And you'll be able to go there and check out the resources, which I think will be really beneficial for my audience who is looking, or you, the small business owner who is looking to travel along that transformation journey of your automation being implemented. So, okay, that's awesome. We said all the things, but let's get back to why you're most likely here. You're most likely here with me because you want to conquer the chaos, and there's been something that's stopping you in the tracks from doing it. And if that's you, if this is you, like you're most likely here for this reason, I want you to type yes or no in the chat. So I'm thinking that's why you're here, but if that's not why you're here, then feel free to share it with us. I would love to know. But most of the time, what I realize is that in speaking with small business owners, it's a snooze fest. Everyone is not excited about technology, and sometimes it might not be that you're not excited. It could just be that you're just overwhelmed by all the aspects of it. So with that in mind, we are going to talk about today the best ways that you can also use marketing automation to grow your small business. So we'll start with number one. So number one is, don't let some of the gurus fool you. Email marketing is still one of the most effective ways to reach your audience. And guess what we're going to talk about today? It's how you blend it with marketing automation. So we're going to make it even better. So think about when you're automating your email campaigns, and we want to make them personalized. As I mentioned earlier, we talk about automation, but we're humans. So we do crave that people-centric feeling. So imagine creating automated series or campaigns that can personalize your message and also track your results. Because you're going to hear me say throughout this presentation that we're not here just to create content to create content. And to me, email marketing is still a form of content because it's a way to talk about your value, that you are providing a solution for your particular audience or niche. So think of your welcome messages, your follow-up messages, and abandoned cart reminders. These are really just ways that can be trigger-based emails that allow you to really engage with your audience. So that is actually number one, the way that you can use marketing automation to grow your small audience. Number two, we're going to hop into lead generation. Now, if you're new to the channel, you might not have watched my previous video about how leads increase your business. But I say all the time, every business needs leads. And now it kind of ties into number one, because we can get all the leads in the world, but are you using email or some form of marketing to keep and nurture those leads? So with number two, lead generation, as I said, is a crucial part of growing your business. And with marketing automation, you can do it more efficiently. So you can use things like lead forms, landing pages. You can collect information about your audience and use it to really nurture them, like I said, until they're ready to make a purchase. So I'll get more into detail about that, because we're actually in the process internally of recreating lead capture for our audience. So you will see some promotion come out about that, where we're actually talking about 10 things every small business should automate. And I'm super excited about this, because I think sometimes we may have one or two things in place, but it's different when you actually like hear what you could do with it and then see an action behind it. So really excited to share that. But really, it's just to really drive home again one of the points that marketing automation can help you in the flow of when you create your lead form, to the point where you're delivering whatever you promised them. It could be a checklist in a PDF form. It could be maybe a video series of some sort. Maybe it's joining a group. So from that, it's just really taking them through a workflow, and you're not manually doing all these things. So number three would be customer segmentation. And this section here, it's like snooze fest, I know, sometimes thinking about the formal word of segmentation, but really it's just simply us being able to, you've collected all these leads, you're sending emails, you don't want to spam people. So you want to make sure that you're sending people the information that they're actually coming to your page to learn about, or coming to you to learn about. So a way that you've probably seen that happen before is, and if you haven't, there's some providers or online businesses, even small brick and mortar, where they'll send you emails and they may say, oh, are you coming to, or are you checking our page for automation tips? Are you checking it for specifically CRM tips? Are you checking it for, just any type of specific thing to their niche? And then from that, you don't realize it, but there's a lot of things happening on the back end. So if it's set up properly, what will then happen is now these people are tagged inside of your marketing automation tool. And now you can use that as you're not guessing anymore what your audience wants. You know their behavior. They have told you what they wanted. So now you can tailor your marketing messages to specific groups of people. And really, this makes like email campaigns, social promotions, all that stuff. It makes it more effective and relevant, because guess what? You're not talking to the masses anymore. You're not guessing. That person can feel like they're having a conversation with you, and it makes them easier to convert and just really take hold of the services that you're offering, or even a product or something that you're launching. So really think of it as just simply not guessing. It's like coming to the person and asking them what they'd like to see, based on the options of what you provide. And then now you can tailor that specifically for them. Number 4 will be, I mean, I couldn't have this talk about marketing automation and not talk about social media marketing. So with social media, I mean, it's a no-brainer. When I hear certain businesses say that they're like almost letting themselves go offline, I just don't understand, because this social media has its good and bad, but what it's done is it's opened up the doors for us to make the most of promoting our business. And this can help you make the most when you tie it in with marketing automation. So think of automating your social media posts, being able to track your results, like, and even scheduling posts in advance. So it is 2023. And if you are not using a scheduler for your social media posts, I'm going to need you to drop that in the comments, and then I will share actually right now a few of them with you. So one that we currently use internally, it's called Metricool, and I may be pronouncing it wrong, but I'll also share that link in the chat, and I'll share it at the bottom of our video as well. But currently we use that to schedule across our platforms, but there's other ones out there. So you have to kind of understand what platforms you're using it for, and then that will allow you to get that scheduled. So there's a few others like Later, Planoly. There is, yeah, just a few of them out there. Oh, Buffer. So just, you have to just pick one, try it. We used multiple ones until we got to a point where this schedules across all our platforms. So now we're not using one or two different ones. And even if you don't want to pay for a scheduler, most of the platforms now have native scheduling. So really here, it's to drive home. The point of this matter is it's going to give you more time for you to focus on the money generating task inside of your business. Number 5 is analytic insights. Another thing, if you are new to the channel, I have a video about using data to sell, and data doesn't sound exciting, but I'll tell you how that ties into marketing automation. It really helps to give you valuable insight, again, about your audience, about your clientele, and their preferences. So we don't want to be making content again to just make content. We want it to be able to provide like a return on its investment. And we're putting out our intellectual property, but we want it to have a return. So we want to make informed decisions. And with having analytics, you're able to track the success of, like, you can see what type of posts are producing subscribers for you. If you're on YouTube, you can see what type of posts are creating more engagement. You can see, are people clicking your links if you're hosting an event? There's just different channels and different ways of you generating these analytics for you to get the most traffic and conversion. And really, we want to adjust our strategy and I'll just use myself as an example. So when I first started my business, Instagram and Facebook was like it. They talked about that's, the pretty much the go-to place to start with promoting, because they're free. So you are able to go on the site. You're able to produce that content and reap a reward for little or no investment in. But what I realized after a certain point is that those places work for me, but most of my engagement is actually from LinkedIn because of the type of audience that I'm providing services for. But guess what? I wouldn't have known that if we wouldn't have tracked the data. And I'll also use myself as an example. I wasn't very consistent with it. As far as tracking the data. But over time, what I did was built out a simple Excel spreadsheet, put in some key metrics, like maybe it was based on the impressions, based on like how many followers or subscribers we would achieve for a certain time period. And then I would use that to track it over time. Now, with other people on our team now, we do have the capability to be more consistent and to track that information across all platforms. So we've kind of up leveled a little bit and moved from an Excel sheet and into Airtable where we created pretty much a content creation metrics hub. So that allows us to see across all our channels what's working, what's not working, so that we could use the analytics to make more informed decisions and decide like, okay, well, we're not getting as much traction from there. We either need to change the type of content that we're using, or we need to put more of the energy into, say, for instance, LinkedIn, because we're getting more traction. So that's what I mean by it's not fun when we talk about analytics, but the results are exciting because now you're not just wasting time. Now, this is where the true value comes in of having time to do the effective and relevant tasks to drive that traffic and conversion. So we went through the 5 ways the 5 ways you can use marketing automation to grow your small business. And in conclusion, I just really want to say it's a game changer for small business owners like us. We talk about freeing up time and making our marketing efforts more efficient. And this is how you can focus on growing your business and reaching your goals without doing the mundane, repetitive task. So, just to do a quick flashback of what we talked about. So, the first way that you can use marketing automation to grow your small business is with email marketing and being able to create personalized welcome emails, follow-ups, really ways just to engage with your audience. And the second one, which is number 2, is lead generation, which every business needs leads, but we want it to be in a strategic way. We want you to be able to have a lead form, have a landing page, collect that information, and then really in tying in with number 1, which is email marketing, use that to nurture them until they're either ready to make a purchase, or if they are ready to make a purchase, having it flow very smoothly. We're all about ease here. And number 3 was customer segmentation. And it sounds all fancy dancy, but it's really just you being able to go straight to the source, which is your audience, and ask them certain questions, whether through email, through polls, surveys, and then be able to customize the information that's sent to those people, so that you can feel more, so they can feel like more of you're talking directly to them, or with them, I should say. And number 4 was social media marketing. Like, that's like a no-brainer. We have many tools that allow us to now automate our social posts, track our results, and even schedule posts in advance. And this just means more time for you to focus on other important things that are generating money for your business. And last but not least is number 5, and that's analytical insights. So this also sounds like fancy pantsy, but it's really not. It's you being able to track the success of your campaigns, and everybody's key metrics look different. So, yours could be that you're just looking at the amount of clicks or that you receive to your website. It could be the impressions that you receive from a post, a social post. It could be how many people opened your email or clicked a specific link that you sent inside of an email. So, analytical insights are specific to your business, and it's really driven by the strategy that you have for your marketing. So that sums it up as the 5 ways that I feel that you can use marketing automation to grow your small business. And so, what do you think? Are you ready to take your marketing to the next level with marketing automation? Let me know in the comments. So I'm really excited to see, have you started? Have you learned today another way that you can up level your marketing automation? Maybe another way to re-engage your audience through email. So I'll be going deeper into more action-based ways to do this inside the upcoming workshop that I'm partnering with. You'll be able to click the link in the description box after this video is published, but for now, I'm going to pop it up on the screen so you're able to see it as well. I really hope that you're able to join me live. I'm excited about it. So, as always, I am cheering you on, friends, and I'm always cheering you on, wishing you the best. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more tips and tricks of how you can grow your small business using marketing automation. And we'll see you next time.